Shout out to Culture Clash Zim Hip Hop Awards.
Culture Clash Zim Hip Hop Awards.
Culture Clash.
Culture Clash. Culture Clash.
Culture Clash.
Culture Clash.
Culture Clash.
Culture Clash.
Culture Clash.
Culture Clash, baby!
Culture Clash Zim Hip Hop Awards.
Shout out to Zim Hip Hop Awards. Culture Clash 2021.
Culture Clash Hip Hop Festival. Shout out to Zim Hip Hop Awards. It's on, baby.
Word up, with me right now, a man that needs no introduction, the prime himself. I'm talking about Orthodox Six. Welcome to the Culture Clash, my man. What's happening?
Thank you much, appreciate it, man.
On time for your mind. So check this out. I don't know if you're familiar with the term fossils. This is a fossil. Cat been rapping forever, man. You know what I mean? I think he got grandkids now.
Hey.
Yo, my man, holla at me. Tell me about your journey in hip hop, man.
Hey, it's been a long journey, man. I started rapping in the late 90s. It was around 1999. Attended Milton High School, so there was a whole lot of rapping going on. So by that time there was Kwaito and hip hop.
Yeah.
So I think the direction I took was more of the hip hop route.
Hip hop.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember back in the day there was actually a stigma attached to this hip hop thing. I'm talking about yo, and I'm a pansula. Yeah, and them cats was running around Berg doing nasty things like that. How did you survive all that? Because then I believe hip hop was so real that if you heard that a cat raps, it wasn't about social media. You'd walk up to a cat like, yo, I heard you can rap. And battle it out. Yeah.
I still remember back in the days at my crib, right?
Yeah.
So like word got around, like there's this cat called Orthodox Six, there's this cat called Orthodox Six.
Yeah.
So the way I got to know Encrypted Minds,
Yeah.
most of these rappers in Bulawayo,
Yeah.
they used to come to my crib for battles.
For battles.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you battle it out like maybe for an hour just rapping until you gave up and say, guys,
Yeah.
enough is enough.
Word.
So that's the way we got connected with a whole lot of rappers, and also we got connected by I think it was Ingwe. Was it still Ingwe Studios? Yes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
where most
yeah.
of these rappers used to go there, because that was the only studio where you can get recorded there. So that's how it
what
was.
do you think about the nature of hip hop then as compared to now?
I think it's improving. It has improved a lot, because now you got easier access to record your music.
Oh, yeah.
Unlike back in the days,
Yeah.
there were no studios, so it was a bit difficult. Like maybe you could find 2 or 3 producers who were producing, not only, but it was difficult to find a hip hop producer by that time. So you find maybe a Joe Masego,
True that.
you know, who would record, but then we couldn't afford like to buy the DAT tapes. I don't know if you still remember the
I
DAT
remember
tapes.
the DAT tapes.
From
We
the
used to cut
2000s.
the
I don't think you
CDs
guys.
from that.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we couldn't afford to buy those, and now you just have a studio in your house,
Yeah.
record.
Yeah.
We've got a whole lot of platforms: YouTube, the Audio Max, and
True that.
Instagram, TikTok now,
True that.
so you can get more exposure. Like unlike back in the days where you wanted maybe to get an article from Chronicle,
Okay.
which was also difficult.
Yeah.
You know, if you're
yeah,
not a major artist, why would they publish an article of a rapper who's unknown?
Yeah.
You get the point. But
Yeah.
now with social media, it's a bit easier. So I feel like we're headed in the right direction in terms of, you know, putting our art out there.
Okay, so back in the day, you cats used to rap. Now a lot of cats are singing, and it's still hip hop. How do you feel about that?
I think it's evolving. You know, we can't stay in the era of boom bap all the time. So I think music is evolving, and like right now, if you're an artist, people don't just look at, oh, he's just a rapper.
Yeah.
There's now like, oh, what does Don La Rock eat?
Yeah.
How does he dress?
Yeah.
You know, who is he dating? So it's evolving.
Who are you dating?
It's not longer stagnant.
Who are you dating? I'm just playing, man. So check this out. We've seen Orthodox, the prime, go from being a battle rapper to being a conscious rapper to being a clothing designer. Tell me about that transition.
For me, the way I got into industry, into the clothing industry, it was more of the frustration with the music
Yeah,
industry,
yeah,
the hip hop industry.
yeah.
Because I felt like most of the times you record a song, the producer's going to tell you excuses, you know. Then after the song is out, you need to run around and give it to the DJs. And if the DJ is not feeling your music, is not appreciating the time you
Yeah.
put into your art.
True that.
So this guy is got like I don't know, like you're giving your power to this guy to say, you know what, I don't like your music, so I won't play it.
Okay.
But with clothing, the audience or the people get to decide whether they like this piece of clothing or not. It's not like blackballed by anybody who says, you know what, I don't like Don, so
Yeah.
I'm not playing his music.
True that. True
Regardless of you paying a whole lot of money.
that. Yeah.
But with clothing, it's either you like it or you don't like it.
Okay.
You know, there's no one who's going to say, I don't like this t-shirt, so that means the majority shouldn't like this t-shirt.
All right.
You get the point. So if someone likes your t-shirt, they're just going to buy the t-shirt.
I hear you. So you're on a level, like you're a boss now. You're eating on hip hop with your clothing label. You are eating.
Most definitely. I've made more money in clothing than I've ever done in music.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now there is this question of corporate engagement. What do you think is the problem? Why is it so hard for the arts industry and the corporate guys to coexist? Like we see in other industries like America, South Africa, and all of that. What is the problem here in Zimbabwe? What do you think is the problem?
The way I see it is most of the musicians,
Yeah.
they lack the professionalism and they're not packaging their stuff
Okay.
well to go and present to the corporates.
All right.
Because you see, a corporate's going to look at you and say, what are you bringing to the table for me to invest in an artist like you?
All right.
Then if they see there's nothing to gain, why should they invest it in this particular artist? Because it's all about a game of numbers and it's all about what? Benefiting from the artist.
Yeah.
So if you got 10 followers and I want to advertise my brand, what am I going to benefit from your 10 followers? But if you got 1 million followers, I know I can benefit something from that. So you see, I think there's a disconnect between the artists and the corporates.
All right.
So I feel like the artists need to investigate more on what the corporates want,
All right.
so that they can get proper engagement with these guys and
Yeah,
get the
I
money.
still feel like artists are still passion driven, whereby we got cats like you from the old school that came from the microphone, now doing it big in other fields. I feel like you cats all those lighters to teach them how to do these things. You know what I mean? Like things like workshops, educational platforms. Because I feel like a lot of these lighters have no idea what they're out to do.
True, because these guys are taking this thing as just a hobby.
Yeah.
So there's a difference between taking the art as business,
Yeah.
not just a hobby.
Yeah.
So most of these artists, they take this thing as, I've just dropped a song, posted on Facebook.
Yeah.
But are you monetizing that?
Yeah.
Do you know how to monetize your stuff on YouTube? Do you know how to monetize your stuff on social media? People have no idea. So I get back to your point where you say there has to be a workshop where you say, guys, if you want to monetize your stuff, if you want to get paid, because most of these rappers and most of these singers and artists are frustrated because
Yeah.
the music is not getting,
Not taking the money.
there's no revenue coming in.
Yeah.
It's always hobby after hobby, like you just singing for likes on
Yeah,
Facebook,
yeah.
but you're not actually really making money. And how do you survive now
All right.
without making that revenue? That's where the problem is.
All right. All right.
So we need to think business-wise, not just a hobby. To say, okay, and is my type of music which I'm singing, who am I singing it to?
Yes.
Because I can come here as a rapper and rap about Bentleys and rap about popping bottles, but the climate of Zim, is that what's really happening? If it is happening, it's a small percentage of people who are doing that in Zimbabwe.
Is a
So you see, like hip hop is mostly it came from the ghetto, right?
Yeah.
If you see like maybe Zim Danso, people relate to Zim Danso more because he's talking about things that a Mbare guy would see every day.
sure.
But if I come and talk about Bentleys, do you see a Bentley every day?
No, you don't.
We are boarding
Not
Zucos
in
out
the
here
hood.
and I'm
Not
singing
in
about
the
Bentleys.
hood. But also, I'm feeling like a lot of these lighters are their own managers, their own producers, their own artists. There needs to be an introduction of structures above their level to take care of what they produce. What do you think about that?
The problem is the manager wants to be a superstar.
Okay.
The DJ wants to be a superstar. The artist also wants to be a superstar.
Right.
So there's a disconnect now. Instead of the manager helping the artist,
He wants to
the
shine.
manager is now in the forefront trying to be
Yeah.
the artist himself.
But do we really have those structures to say we have managers?
I think we do. I think we have passion-driven people who can say, you know what, I can spot a talent. Let me help you out. I'll give you an example of a guy named Mr. Carter.
All right. Mr. Carter. All right.
Yes, he has put a whole lot of artists on the forefront trying to manage them. But at the end, last time I spoke to him, he's like, you know what, these artists do not understand the business side of things.
All right.
I try to help them out, but at the end of the day, I'm the one who gets disrespected.
All right.
But I'm trying to put you in the spotlight.
Yeah.
So the artists are more of saying, I need to be independent. I need to be independent. I need everything done by myself. But you can't do that.
Yeah.
You need help, especially in the music industry.
Yeah.
You need a manager. You need the media guys to be posting. You need the photographers. You need the producers. You know, teamwork makes the dream work.
I feel like the hip hop culture is stronger now more than ever, especially here in Zimbabwe. What do you think we can do as probably the older brothers to those youngsters to help the game grow and bring in revenue for these kids?
The youngins are full of disrespect, to be honest. They
I'm
don't.
saying on our part, you and me, on our part.
They don't.
Yeah.
Listen, the youngins do not respect the older generation.
Okay.
They feel like us guys were outdated.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
whatever you did in the 90s or in the early 2000s is dead and gone.
Yeah.
Now we're on TikTok. Now we're on Instagram.
Yeah.
So your advice does not really matter, you know,
Okay.
to them.
All
Because
right.
they're now pushing what they call the new wave with the new wave.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a bit difficult when you say, you know what, you should do this and do that and do that. The youngin is going to look at you and say, okay, you're telling me this, but why didn't you do it and blow up?
Yeah. Why didn't it work for you?
You get the point.
I hear you.
So there has to be a level of some success to say, you know what, I've done it.
Yeah.
So then I can give you advice.
It's
But it's a bit difficult to give someone advice, yet you yourself fail to implement that advice you're trying to give.
I hear you, but
the
I
other
know one
youngin.
thing that you succeeded in doing is spitting fire bars. So yo, check this out. I'm gonna give you an exclusive. My man right here is gonna drop you a couple of bars a cappella. Culture Clash, baby. Orthodox Six, the prime. Yo, let's get it, my man. A cappella.
Yo, you know what? It has been a long time coming. And last year I won an award for Best Brand Support in Hip Hop.
That's right.
And there's a rhyme. I think I wrote this rhyme back in the days. And it had a line like, I'm an award-winning MC, you're just nominees, chopping heads and tongues off as my battle trophies. I leave casualties, death from mass injuries, long live Orthodox Six for mad centuries. I got PhDs from rap universities. I like most of these half-kiss-ass celebrities who be ebbing, grooving, definition of losing, definition of no money, making shit music, I prove it. Orthodox Six lyrically fit with the 100 bars to spit shit. This kid is mad sick, your whole clique fumbles and folds like burnt plastic.
We alive, baby. We are the
Yo, wrap
Culture
it up.
Clash. It's your boy, Orthodox Six, right here, chilling out with your boy, throwing the rock, the beast. What it is, boy. Brah! Yeah, one time for your minds. My man, Orthodox Six, like I already said, my man also into fashion and things. Kingsville Clothing. My man, how's that working out for you? The culture, you know, the fashion.
The culture is growing, man. Streetwear brands are now growing. We've got brands like Janua.
All right.
We've got City of Kings by Mto. We've got Stars 29 by my boy.
Tall from Icon.
Yes,
Yeah.
the legendary Icon group.
All right.
So I feel like in Bulawayo, it's a bit difficult though for people to acclimate to a local brand. Because I've seen like every time when someone wants to buy a piece of clothing, they scrutinize it to the T, like, why should I buy this guy's clothing instead of going maybe to buy a Gucci or
Nike
you know
or
a
Fila.
Nike, a Fila. So it's a bit difficult to convince the locals to, you know,
To
get
buy
into to buy into the
Yeah.
brand. But
Yeah.
we're slowly getting there because I like I said, I've made more money in clothing than I've done in music. So I'm seeing like even after the award, much appreciated to Beefy, you know, for recognizing the hard work we've been putting. I've seen like that catapulted the brand as well, because people took notice and said, let's go and check. Yeah, let's check this Kingsville out. So the sales are a bit boosting. Okay. Thanks to, you know.
Yeah, because I remember you started off with T-shirts and everything, but now you got sweaters and everything. I mean, what else you got?
I used to sell my merchandise in my backpack.
In your backpack?
Yes. But we had to elevate the game, so we opened a store in 2018. So that at least now, instead of you saying to take it serious, like it's a business, you know, we paying taxes.
Yeah, you gotta pay taxes. You gotta pay rent.
We pay taxes. We're paying rent.
Yeah.
So it's no longer like a hobby where you just say, we're just printing a T-shirt. No.
Yeah.
Because the taxman is going to come. The landlord is going to come after you. So you have to make those sales. So it's now serious business where you say, what? This is now business. This is my livelihood. I need to make money and feed the family with this.
All right.
So I think if people take it like that, like, you know, let's take this thing as serious as a business, the culture will definitely grow in terms of streetwear brands.
On time. So let's talk about endorsements. Are you endorsing any artists, any local artists?
The problem I had with endorsing local artists, I've had 1 million artists come to the shop. Can I be your brand ambassador? I've got a video. I'm shooting. Can I wear your stuff? I will, you know, advertise your stuff, right? Fair and fine. We got an award for promoting hip hop for these artists, right? But then, as I say, they don't understand the business side of things. A person just wants to come and get a hoodie, wear it, do a video shoot.
And that's it.
That's it. It does not speak about the brand. It's not tagging you on whatever thing you was doing, wearing your merchandise. It's game over just like that. So at the end of the day, we noticed that no, people are just coming to get free clothes, but they're not really advertising anything for the brand. So we're just losing, you know, our stock. But at the end of the day, we're not getting any return. So we stopped that. Actually, I'm now the brand ambassador of my own.
Word up.
I'm wearing my own clothes, nigga. Yeah.